Sit anywhere?
Yeah, come right on in, folks.
Right on in. Awesome.
Right. So you're going to come, go up the stairs, just on the other side.
I will tell you, I actually think that the customer service here is better than at Disney. The people seem like really friendly. Now, again, it could also be because there's not a ton of people, so it could be the reason. It's funny. I mean, like, we do experience this for sure, and you know, see me be like, "Oh my God, you're spending so much time on your phone." But you know, I also want to be able to share it because it's not like my mom and dad can come, or they can, but they would prefer not to. And then that way we'll have this documented. So that way, when you guys see pictures of me with Gracie, you can be like, "Wait, are you guys really dating, or is she just a model that you paid her like $20 to like hang out with?"
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Okay.
How do you call that?
Atmosphere model.
No, service something.
What?
Service.
Service? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. What is that? Service something? Escort service? Yes, that's where I got my girlfriend from, the escort service. So at the encouragement of Happy Birthday Gracie, I went live with Facebook, and so I will try to embed that video in this. I don't believe that it records it locally, but I did replay it, so hopefully I can either provide a link to it or download it or something like that from Facebook. And yeah, so it's funny how they say it's not even the splash zone; it's the total soak zone, right? So from here we are headed over to see some penguins. And with any luck, this no longer becomes the splash zone. I saw some poor woman down here. I mean, she was smiling like crazy, right? She was having an amazing time. But I think her phone, I don't know if her phone survived it. So that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, absolutely spectacular. Plus, I mean, it is pretty cool because they do provide quite a bit of education, which, considering that I would submit probably 50% of the people here are children, that's awesome, man, because then it really, you know, I'm sure that it implants a great memory in their mind, but as well as something that they'll share with their friends that weren't able to potentially make it here. So yeah, and then they get towels maybe, or maybe you have to buy them. You probably have to buy them, right? Anyway, okay, thank you very much. God, they're so polite here. I really dig it. It's interesting because I would have thought, oh, they'll be amazing at Disney, but no, SeaWorld, they really have a great attitude. I think this is the part of the day where we start to experience the reality of crowds. Whereas when we first got here, it was basically just us. It was like only child SeaWorld for a while. So anyway, we're off to Penguin Show. But you know, considering actually that started at 11:45, but you didn't really sort of see dolphins until, I don't know, you know, 10, 15 minutes in. We probably could have run like directly from there over to the sea otters thing and caught that show, but that's easy to do later on. Why rush it? We've got till 7.
There's, I guess there's another show for like 1:45.
Is that when the next one was?
Yeah, 1:45,
So,
3:15.
okay, so it's basically like every 2 hours. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Dan Nichols, I don't know if you watched the live streaming video, but I hope you appreciated the ukulele that lady was playing. All right, check it later. Ciao. God, and I thought 14 dolphins was a lot.
40.
How many do you think are in there? Alright. Yeah, that's pretty good. the water's not great. And then there we go, yeah. They're trying to simulate the Arctic, which I assume that means the water's incredibly cold. But obviously the air temperature they can't do a whole lot about outside. Yeah, there they are. What is it? They gotta come up for air sometime, right there. And that one I think is coming up. There we go. Oh wow, that's, yeah, they're massive.
Like, so just two of them?
Yeah, I think there's only two.
Yes, I hope it will come out. Oh, going up.
And then this little guy, he gets to hang out over there too. Yeah, a little bit of life in him. A bit more energetic. Not a whole lot going on right now.
This way you go bigger. You don't see them though, but the bigger.
I don't see them.
Oh, there they are. Oh, are they wrestling?
They're splashing, look.
They're wrestling over there. See them? Oh, there he goes. Oh, there he comes with the tongue.
Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness.
He's coming right at us. Mine's like very.
Oh my goodness. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Look, he's diving.
Well, it's kind of like a torpedo, a giant torpedo. Do you think that's pretty cool? Okay, let's let somebody else take a look. Chuck, take a look.
Not your thing, huh? little too wet, little too cold.
This is pating. In the Philippines, pating.
What?
Pating is MJ. I'm gonna send this video to her. Wow.
So we are now inside of the ski lift, the cable car. There is that's the aquarium. I'm not sure what kind of. Oh yeah. That's the one. I mean, you could put any boats in there. So obviously there's no animals that go in there, but that's the one where they do the show. Yeah, they do like a light show. They do a fireworks thing later in the year. But yeah, here's the SeaWorld Marina. There is Fiesta Island over there. So that's the yeah, and so it's the entryway is actually right over there. So there's USD in the background, and then you would come down the hill, yeah, and go into the. That is the. Let's see. It is not Ingram Street, but what? No, it's not the one at Coronado. These are the ones to in and out of Mission Bay. So these actually go pretty quick. And I assume it turns around. I assume we can't get out on this side, which is kind of lame. It would be really cool if we could. But
It's cold.
it's all part of living. Yeah, and it's actually quite cold. It's pretty breezy up here. And what is it? April 8th, obviously. Yeah, it's Gracie's birthday. The fact that I didn't know the date is kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, I know it's her birthday. Oh, right, the 8th. So anyway, so we're doing this. I highly recommend the roller coaster there, which is basically the Manta. It's pretty much sit down, but you're kind of suspended, like your feet don't really touch the ground. So that's really good. That person went by us just vaping in their break.
What's
So the, you know, the e-cigarettes.
yeah, the e-cigarettes.
Yeah. So now we're coming into
turning.
turnaround, and I'm not quite sure how it works. Obviously, we'll figure it out. That's the guy right in front of us who pretty awesome commute to work. Just take, absolutely, man, that's pretty sweet. Aloha. So that's right on. So that was kind of cool. And then in and around, and they just push us through.
All right, you guys have a good rest of the day.
Live the dream, brother. So there we go. So that's cool. That guy basically just sits there and he pushes you around, and then he lets you go on the new one. So that's his job. So now that I'm on the other side, you can see a little bit of more of San Diego. So hold on a minute. So that's SeaWorld Drive. So I'm trying to think what. If that's SeaWorld Drive, I'm trying to think. Ingram Street Bridge is probably the one in the distance, so I'm trying to think about what that one is. For the life of me, I can't really remember. I know, it's kind of bumpy, right? I should have gotten her face.
I don't like that when they do like,
You know?
oh my god, I'll die.
You won't die.
Thank you. Oh my god.
But see, what's really cool, I mean, San Diego's like got all this boating, but man, never once have I been out there and been like, oh yeah, the water's definitely warm. It's always freezing cold. That's kind of neat. These guys are going fishing, which is good.
Oh, so it means my video is 3.
Did you time us?
Yeah. No, I took video from the start.
You took video from the
So
start.
we are 4 minutes already.
Yeah, I'm at 3. Yeah. Okay. So you started right before, immediately as we got on.
Yeah.
So, nice. There you go. Power couple. No big whoop.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Whoop whoop. Thank you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
Oh yeah. So there's the roller coaster. So there's the Manta.
Roller coaster there.
It's pretty neat. And it goes over
I don't know.
probably, I'm gonna go with like 2, maybe even 3 acres of the park, which is great. It goes over a whole bunch of the park, so even as you're riding it, you can, yeah. So here we go down, and back to the entryway. Oh, that's pretty cool. Check out the line. It's like about another. It's almost twice as long. We started actually right there, where that guy with the black shirt with the gray backpack.
We are
So in we come, and we are at about 5 minutes, about 5 minutes 30 seconds round trip.
So we are like 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Like 5 minutes 30 seconds. So you know what's interesting is we do this thing, right? And I would submit that like so many people have their own phones and cameras and that sort of thing. I mean, at some point, they're not going to take pictures. At some point, you're going to go to a park and there's not going to be people taking pictures anymore because no one's going to buy them. But some people do. I mean, some people want it. I mean, we bought ours, where were we? We bought those.
We were in Palawan, I guess.
Palawan.
Yes, we got into the zip line.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did the zip line thing.
That's Underground River.
Underground River, yeah.
Because we're wearing life jackets.
Oh, yeah, we had yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess if you're at a spot where like you basically can't take your phone out.
I guess that's my profile in
Oh, it is your Facebook profile? Okay, cool. So let's see. So we're kind of at this end. So now we're going to go around the other way. The next thing for us to do really is the Orca. So here's the Manta. Orca is it's what it. No. Oh no, we still need to do the tower. But the Orca thing is what basically used to be the Shamu show. So now it's the Orca show. Honestly, they're cool looking, but you're really grateful that there's no smell-o-vision available with YouTube. Because you could argue that pink flamingos really should be labeled stink flamingos. A lot of bird poop in there. A lot of bird poop.
We're going there.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the view of SeaWorld in San Diego.
We're turning.
There you go.
Welcome aboard the SeaWorld Skytown. For your safety, please remain seated at all times and no smoking, please. SeaWorld San Diego opened on March 21st, 1964, founded on the principles of education, entertainment, and conservation. More than 50 years later, SeaWorld has become one of the most popular marine parks in the world, featuring 29,000 animals. Did you know that SeaWorld has rescued more than 7,000 marine mammals and more than 8,000 birds since opening over 50 years ago? Working in partnership with state, local, and federal agencies, SeaWorld rescue teams are assisting wild animals that are orphaned, ill, injured, or in need of expert care. Their goal is to give all rescued animals a second chance at life and return them to the wild. Feel free to explore more about our rescue efforts at SeaWorldCares.com. We are proud to inspire all generations with our incredible shows. They're sure to entertain and also educate you about our animals and their spectacular capabilities. Enjoy high-flying dolphins, magnificent pilot whales, and the connection we share with them at Dolphin Amphitheater. You won't want to miss the hilarious antics of sea lions Clyde.
I dig this phone so much. The audio in it is like, it's really good. It's only an S5. Anyway, it's Mike Gracie from liftmyassoff.com, and so we're here for our final show of the day. And what are you doing?
Volume.
Volume.
Oh, it's taking picture.
No, it's taking video. See, you don't have to change the volume. I'm like, why are you messing with my video? So we're at Orca, which for those of you that haven't been here in a while, which includes me, we used to refer to this as the Shamu show, but now it's the Orca Adventure, right? Adventure? Orca.
Yes, this is
Orca Adventure, yeah. So they've done an amazing job with the stage, and I mean, I would, you know, everything basically water-wise is the same size, and it's cold. But the other show was at 2:30, and then this one is at 6:30. The park closes right after this at about 7. So I'm going to try and capture some video of this. My phone died, so I'm using the S5 now, which is awesome. But anyway, thanks for joining us on our journey.
Well, $20 for a blanket.
And then, yeah. How much is it?
$20.
$20 for a towel. Yeah, so. And having been in the part of the world where we know they make those, it's tough to pay $20 for something we know only costs 50 cents to make. So.
$20, I guess it will be less if they add in.
That was 1,000 peso. That was pretty awesome, actually. So we finished up the. We'll try to get the live video that Gracie did on the. Oh God, look at this camera! It's so much better than mine.
You can, I guess you can like save the video.
Well, yeah, the upload that you did. So what we'll do is the last video was Gracie streaming live to Facebook from the Orca Encounter, right? Is that what they call it?
Yes.
Encounter Adventure, something like that. So the Orca Encounter, and it was totally awesome. But again, what I wanted to say, especially in comparison to Disneyland, is that now, of course, this is cheaper because there's less to do, right? I mean, but I was just thinking how great today was for a number of reasons. One, it's Gracie's birthday, and it didn't rain.
Yeah.
And up until about 25 minutes ago, it was actually pretty warm. In fact, I took my I had my legs off of my
Ladies and gentlemen,
short pants.
boys and girls, we hope that you have enjoyed your day with us.
Oh, did you hear that?
At this time, SeaWorld is now closed.
SeaWorld is now closed. So basically that means it's 7 p.m. And the cool thing is that, yeah, so I had 8% left on my battery. We have like 20% left on this one. And I think she got 12% on hers. So I mean, it was just like a totally awesome day in the sense that like everything, yeah, our phones never died. We didn't get wet. So that was really excellent. So we made it out. But the cool thing too is that, like, I mean, it's a full day, and I mean, we went to the dolphin show twice, and we're able to do every show that we wanted to. Rode the roller coaster. Yeah, it was really cool. Cool thing too is we got to use a selfie stick, so that was like, you know, pretty awesome, right? We're our car is basically way over there. So, but the good news is that where we are, I think we're like closer. So that's the nice thing, right, about parking far away when you get somewhere is that means by the time you leave, then you, that's kind of a nice sunset, right? Then you're, you know, close to the exit, but it doesn't matter. I mean, we're in San Diego, so eventually we're going to get home. And that was another really nice thing. Now, I'm not saying I want to live in Anaheim just so that we can like not have to commute to Disneyland because, but what I wanted to say though is that the experience was actually better, and from my experience. What do you think from compared to Disneyland?
I don't know. I enjoy it here.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess I enjoy it here better than Disneyland.
Well, I mean, because there's less people.
Yeah.
Right. There's no lines. Like
no
literally,
lines.
how long do you think it took us for the roller coaster to wait in line? 10 minutes?
This time?
Yeah.
No.
Not even 10 minutes?
Not even 10 minutes.
Not even 10 minutes, yeah. And that was just... And
that's the longest.
It's the longest we waited for anything. So that was pretty phenomenal. And the cool thing, too, is that nothing was closed. I mean, you would think, oh, yeah, there's not that many people there, like, closed. Yeah. But again, spent the full day here. And so, you know, was able to do everything. Wasn't rushed. Felt like we got everything done. Basically, you know, so it was totally awesome. So I highly recommend SeaWorld if you're around the San Diego area. You're gonna see this thing like from the freeway. That opens. Let's see, when does that open? That opens this summer. The roller coaster. It's kind of weird. It just like basically goes around in a big loop and then a small loop, and that's it. But apparently, it's going to be the highest one in San Diego and the fastest. Or something like that. I'm also glad we didn't spend the $35 per person for all you can eat, because we don't eat much. So if I had to spend $70 just to wolf down some food, that wouldn't have been worth it. All in, what'd we spend? We got I purchased and ate most of 2 churros, Diet Coke, and let's see, what else did we get? We got a coffee, iced coffee rather. And lunch was like $28, 2 waters, which is and cheeseburger and salmon and rice and vegetables. So that was actually quite good. I don't know. The whole day, all in, definitely cost less than $200. Parking was $20. So yeah, probably, you know, $170, $180, something like that. Definitely worth it. Great night. So all right, so my phone's gonna die, or this phone's battery's gonna die. We're parked right over there. And we're going home, and hopefully enjoyed some of this footage, some of the live footage on Facebook. Yeah. And as we always say, hope you live in the dream, because if you're not living the dream,
you're doing it wrong.
Happy birthday. Oh my God.
Daddy shark, daddy shark, daddy shark, daddy shark.